Virgo, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy and just see what is happening in your world. What's influencing you? What do you need to focus on? And your past? Your strength? Near future? What else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? Hopes or fears? And your potential outcome? So Virgo, at the bottom of the deck here, I have the Star card. So Aquarius energy may or may not resonate. This is focusing on your goals and dreams, but there's also healing connected to the star. And I just got something about wishing upon a star. So take it as it makes sense for you. But that star energy, I mean, it's the underlying energy of the reading. And so you're really focused on future opportunities, goals, dreams, all of it. And when I look at your current energy, I am getting the Four of Wands. So this is a marriage card. Not everybody's going to be married. Not everybody wants to be married. This is also stability, a reason to celebrate. So it could indicate maybe a social gathering or something along those lines. But whatever is happening here with the Four of Wands, I'm getting the Two of Swords influencing it. The Two of Swords is standing at a crossroads, not sure what choice to make, what path you should be walking down. And so when it comes to your future and your future happiness, stability, looks like with another person, you're just not sure maybe how to go about this or what needs to be done here. So we're going to keep going because I'm going to need a lot of clarity on this reading just because of the way that the energy is coming through. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals from you. And showing up here in what you need to focus on, this is really the reason why. The Three of Swords is a heartbreak and it's healing from a heartbreak. So what the universe is directing you to do is your mind is not very clear at the moment. Focus here on healing, focus on letting something go from the past so that you can see things more clearly. Because when I look at your past energy here and see the Seven of Cups, that's more of that confusing energy. This one actually feels emotionally overwhelming where you had a lot of emotions all at the same time, or just maybe a lot of things all coming at you. I'm getting the word demands. So people making demands on you. Whatever the case was, it made it very difficult for you to see this Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is happiness here. And so with the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Cups, you're in this very confused, not balanced energy at all. And so your strength here is coming across in a very similar way. So I am getting the Four of Cups in your strength position. And so this is disappointment, it's sadness, it's all connected to the past here. And so what I'm getting from you is you're trying to find your balance. You're definitely trying to find your balance. In the near future here is this King of Cups. Now the King of Cups, it's water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So take it as it makes sense for you. But there's a lot of emotional growth coming from this card, maturity, intelligence, all of it. And it feels like it's on the other side of whatever this healing is that needs to take place so that you can see things more clearly. This is you doing the work, investing in yourself, putting in the effort to really heal from whatever happened here in the past that led to a heartbreak. Because when I look at how the universe is orchestrating the situation, so this would be things that you're not necessarily aware of, but what the universe, your guides are trying to do for you. Ace of Pentacles give you a new start, a new beginning. But that requires you letting go of something here in the past with that Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is a painful ending. And so this would be what led to all of the confusion, what has you focused on healing energy. It's letting go of a situation here in the past so that you can build something grounded and stable, long lasting with this Ace of Pentacles energy. Sitting here in your hopes or fears is the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is a card of patience. but I'm getting that your patience is wearing thin. There's something that's taking here maybe a little bit longer than you would like. It feels like it's the healing process and getting the clarity that you need. But it feels like with this King of Cups energy that you're actually working through it. I'm just not seeing it yet in the cards. Not really, not in the current energy. I see it in the near future in the cards. When I look at the potential outcome here, I'm getting the Six of Swords with the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is seeing things from a different perspective. It's focusing on the positive and not the negative, learning to kind of turn around and just focus on what really matters, moving towards what really matters, leaving the rest behind. So I do see movement happening here in your potential outcome. It's this current energy with the confusing energy it just seems to be a little bit overwhelming, that you're almost kind of forcing yourself to focus on the star, focus on what really matters, just kind of keep almost training yourself to go into that mindset. So let's get some details here. Tell me about the Two of Swords with the Four of Wands. Tower. You're about to have a breakthrough. So the Tower is a sudden change, an awakening, an awareness. Something here is about to become very clear to you, and it feels a lot like it's connected to the release of that painful ending here. Let's see if I can get a little bit more on that Tower. Three of Wands. So the delays that where I was getting your patience is wearing thin, that's going to come to an end here. You're actually going to have the breakthrough that you're looking for. There's something here. All of a sudden, you're going to have movement again. Something is going to be very clear to you. Tell me about that Three of Swords. Page of Swords. Page of Swords, Three of Swords. This is the clarity. This is the release. Something here, I'm just getting like being able to distinguish the past from the future. If you line them up together, what your ideal is and whatever happened here in the past, it's helping you identify the path forward, because there's lessons learned from the past energy that you don't need to learn again. You're not interested in learning them again. And so as you build out your future, as you focus on your goals and dreams, it's going down this path that doesn't open this back up, doesn't allow these opportunities or this kind of past trauma, I would call it trauma, to re-enter your life. And so when I see the Three of Swords with the Page of Swords here, this feels like the clarity that you're looking for, all the way into the weeds, getting all of those details so that you can identify what actually happened, what your role was in the situation, heal from it so you can let it go. But it feels like a divine intervention to help you along that path. Tell me about the Seven of Cups in the past. Seven of Swords. Somebody, because this is coming through as another person, somebody was intentionally manipulating a situation to their advantage. They were intentionally creating a confusion around you. It's almost like every time that you started to get your feet underneath you and you started to regain your balance, the rug was pulled out again. And that's how the energy is coming through. This was manipulative. This was controlling. This person is coming through as very strong, like devil energy, where they're a very toxic person and they were only out for their own best interest. They were not looking to benefit or help you in any way. In fact, probably the opposite. They were looking to destroy you in whatever way possible. I know that sounds pretty severe in just the context, but that's how their energy is coming through. Like they didn't care at all. They did not, if you got hurt in the process, even better. Like it was that kind of energy. This person is straight up evil. But it feels like whatever cloud or whatever veil they put in front of you, there's going to be divine intervention here. The breakthrough that you're looking for is going to happen. You're going to see things more clearly. It's going to open things up and create this growth, because that's how it's coming through. It's coming through as growth, tearing down walls, tearing down structures, opening things up for you so you know exactly what steps you need to take in order to go after your star. Tell me about this Four of Cups. King of Swords. Oh, I love this one. So once you have that clarity, you're able to let go of all the negative emotions. The King of Swords is a very cold, distant person, also very calculated, methodical. And so what I'm getting here is once you once the Tower moment happens and you can see this past person as clear as day and you understand all of their motives, what they were trying to accomplish, and you're understanding, okay, well, I can't let that person have that kind of power over me. The minute that you make that decision, they don't have it. You take your power back. Tell me about that King of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So now what you're doing here in the near future, because this is emotional growth, this is emotional intelligence, what you're doing is you're planning for your future. You're kind of finding that stability within yourself with that Page of Pentacles energy and using that as kind of your new foundation going forward. Because it almost feels like that you're building a more solid foundation. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups here, new start, new chapter. I love it with the Knight of Cups because you're going after something here that you really want and you're building something grounded and stable, long lasting, which is not going to be like the past at all. The Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords person feels like that there wasn't a solid foundation there in that connection. Not really. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups. A lot of self-love, self-care coming through here. So that Queen of Cups energy, letting go. I mean, it's the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. I love the energy. I love the integration that I'm picking up on. I'm getting a balanced energy from you now. I started this reading with a very confused Virgo energy, and now I'm in a more balanced one. And so I like the integration of the masculine and feminine. You're nurturing yourself when you need to. You're taking accountability, responsibility when you need to, and you're taking action, especially if this person's still around, in a way that you need to. It's just, you're at this point where you know when to act, when not to, when to kind of focus on yourself, or when to do something kind of external. So I love the way that your energy is now starting to come through. Tell me about that Three of Wands, Ace of Wands. You've been trying to figure out your path forward. You've been trying to figure out what your next steps are, what path is going to be the right one for you. With the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands showing up here, you definitely have a new beginning on the horizon. You know it. It's coming out in the reading. So now I know it too. And so it's just a matter of you embracing it. But it feels like that's exactly what you're doing here with the Six of Swords. That's movement energy. So let's get the Six of Swords with the Five of Cups here for Virgo. King of Pentacles, you're moving towards stability. You're letting go of anything here that prevents you from being in this energy. I have almost all of the kings out here. The only one that's missing is the King of Wands. You're essentially at emperor status. This tells me your confidence is there, the kind of knowing when to act, when not to, when to focus on yourself, when not to, and just all of that is really coming into play. But I love that King of Pentacles showing up because that is stability. So you're creating a very stable, grounded foundation that you can use later to build upon. So Virgo, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.